Hi everyone, I'm Liz Belugina and we continue talking about cryptocurrencies and crypto account with FBS. In the previous videos we have talked about the crypto account in general, we have talked about how to trade, and in this video I'll share some tips and trading strategies for cryptocurrencies which you will be able to use at crypto account with FBS. First of all, I'd like to start with the point that, as you may have heard or you may have seen that for yourself already, cryptocurrencies are extremely volatile. They are more volatile than many other types of assets. Volatile is not the word to be scared of. It just means that the prices of cryptocurrencies can move by the big amount to the upside or to the downside within a small period of time. On the one hand, this is good for traders who like to see their profit targets hit fast, and you can be sure that your profit targets can be really big because the cryptocurrency can move by tens of percentage points within a single day. On the other hand, of course, if news arrive or something happens, the market may turn around really quickly, and if you have a buy trade, there is the risk that the price will reverse to the downside and go down. In this case, of course, your trade will be in minus, in the negative zone. This is the situation of great stress, and as a result, it's worth doing careful risk management while trading crypto. So risk management, you put your take profit, your target, and stop loss orders, which will close your trade automatically at a level of your choice if the market goes against you. Stop loss order means that you can choose where to set the limit, where to exit the market, and this way you can control the maximum amount of your risk. It is recommended to have a risk-reward ratio where take profit exceeds the stop loss level, for example, by three times. With cryptocurrencies, that ratio can be even bigger, so that you set smaller stop losses and have bigger take profits. Of course, you have adjust that to a particular cryptocurrency pair. You have to look at the volatility in order to make sure that your stop loss is not hit prematurely, but some kind of stop loss is worth having in terms of risk management, in terms of sustainable trading. That was about risk management. Let's talk about trade decisions we can make in cryptocurrencies. First of all, I'd like to mention that cryptos offer us multiple opportunities to trade on the news, because the liquidity of this market is smaller than in fiat currencies, and as a result, news make bigger impact on cryptocurrencies than on other assets, and the moves are bigger, as I have already mentioned. So what kind of news? For example, Elon Musk in spring has tweeted that bitcoins will be used in order to pay for Tesla cars. So bitcoins will be accepted as payment for Tesla, and that made the market go really crazy, and Bitcoin price went up from 37,000 to 48,000. Big impressive move there. That happened really fast. Only one tweet from Elon Musk, but of course everyone understood that it is a kind of big deal, big change, that Bitcoin is going mainstream, and we saw this bullish move. There was the case that Bitcoin went to the downside with the speed as big as that case when it went up. It happened once again. The story is related to Elon Musk, and he said that Tesla will stop accepting bitcoins as payment for Tesla because of the ecological problems related to Bitcoin mining. So until those are resolved, they will stop. And what happened to Bitcoin? Can you guess? The price dropped from the levels around $54,000 you can see how the prices have changed. Earlier we spoke about 40,000. So from $54,000 to, as I remember, 45,000. And it happened in one day, and after that the decline continued because market players were really disappointed. So tweets from Elon Musk, news from Chinese authorities, which sometimes make new steps in cryptocurrency regulation in the United States and other key economies of the world, news about banks and their vision, their forecasts for cryptocurrencies, all the things you have to follow if you want to trade cryptocurrencies. Really, if in trading Forex or something else, you can try to ignore the news and just focus on the technical stuff. With cryptocurrencies, that is really difficult because the news really makes great impact on the market, and it is necessary to learn how to trade on the news. We have a library of news trading strategies in particular, so you may want to check fbs.com, the education section for that. And of course, for the markets and market analysis we offer to our clients and to our subscribers. In addition, technical analysis is also really important, and technical trading strategies, there are many. And you can choose the strategies which are adjusted for high volatility. In particular, if we look at the simplest trading strategies, I recommend you looking at moving averages plus price action. So moving averages with periods like 50 and 100, you may use either simple or exponential moving averages, and price action patterns, the patterns of Japanese candlesticks. For example, if we see that shooting star candlestick was formed below the moving average with 100 period, it means that the odds are that the price of the cryptocurrency will reverse to the downside. And it's a great time to open a sell trade. The opposite, the formation of the hammer candlestick next to the moving average, which is below the price chart, means that it is likely a bottom and a good opportunity to enter a sell trade before the next movement to the upside starts. You can use other indicators and combinations of the indicators as well. Remember that trend indicators work well in combination with oscillators. What else can we say about cryptocurrencies and trading? Important thing that there are different trading styles, and each person usually chooses which style to have. In particular, if you want to open many trades within a single trading day, and if you want to open and close your position quickly, probably you are a scalper or will be a scalper. A scalper is a trader who works on really short-term time frames like 5-minute chart, 15-minute chart tops. And here we do not focus on fundamental analysis, we just look at the charts, levels which are important, the patterns which form, open position, allow the price to go up or down by a bit, and then close position. The profit in each trade like this is small, but if you open many trades within your trading day, then your profit is comprised of your profit in all of those trades. So these are scalpers. Of course, they need to have a nerve and be tolerant to stress, because when you look at the chart, you hit the buttons, open, close the trade, you feel a lot of emotions, and you need to be emotionally stable and resilient to stress. This is important. If resilience to stress is not your strongest point and you want to open a trade and then hold it for a period of time for the price to run some distance between the entry order and the close order, and you can get your points of profit. In this case, maybe you want to be a day trader or a swing trader. They do not open so many trades as scalpers. They have time to analyze the markets. The difference is that day traders open and close trades within the single day, so then you finish your trading in the evening, you have all trades closed, and the next day you open new trades. Swing traders try to catch moves of the market, buy low and sell high, and they can close their positions after several days. Also, there are so-called position traders who open a trade and may hold it for days and even weeks. In this case, traders aim to enter a trend and then ride this trend, so buy and then see the price moving within the uptrend. Of course, this requires really good trade idea and risk management, of course, because intraday moves can be volatile, and in this case it is important that the stop loss is not hit prematurely. But that is a good strategy if you do not want to trade every day, only several times a week, and if you really want to spend time on market analysis. So you can see that first of all you need to see how much time you have for trading, whether you want to do more market analysis or you want to be active and just hit the buttons working on small time frames, and how tolerant to stress and risk you are, whether you want to look at the price all the time or you want to make your trade and then go away and do something else. This is trading style, it comes first, and then a trading strategy. You will trade on the news, trade using some combination of technical indicators. That is the second step of your choice. And once again, I repeat about risk management, the volatility of crypto assets, and the fact that it is necessary to keep a cool head, to make sure you know your instruments, you know your approach, you plan your trades, you analyze them afterwards. You have this kind of approach to trading which is disciplined, which is well planned. In this case, you will be successful as a crypto trader. This is it. You have now a lot of information about crypto trading, and you can always find more at FBS website, at FBS Analytics and education channels in social networks. Reach the team of our analysts and market specialists to ask your questions, because we are always happy to provide you analytics and education in order to make your trading successful. Thank you for your attention, and trade with profit with FBS.